Right, and guys, good evening. I'm just plugging in my charging lead for my phone so I don't lose you halfway through this. Good evening. Thanks ever so much for the fill as always. Looking forward to this one. This is our second? Yeah, this is our second Tops Composite break. Obviously, first one was part of our the big selects and composite break, which was really good fun as well. But yeah, looking forward to this one. I really was impressed by this. The cards are very nice cards. Obviously, set composition is completely different to the Panini stuff, so that throws a bit of a spanner in the works around. Like, it's not obviously a rookie heavy set, if that makes sense. It's rookie heavy for your sort of your non-signers in Panini with Bryce Young, CJ, and Levis. And obviously we do have the bonus. We still have AR in this one. which is pretty good. So those are like your big four, if you like. But obviously, big draws in this one is that obviously Topps can use Tom Brady's likeness and stuff like that. So obviously we've got his autos as a possibility and everything as well. It's just really good. I enjoyed like the midnight cards. They were really nice. Obviously slightly thicker card stock, and obviously 3 autos as well. I mean, I think we were knocking these out for around, well, we only had 5 boxes, but we ended up breaking our like sort of 3 spare, but I think they're about £325 at retail, something like that. So they were pretty good. Bearing in mind you've got, you can hit the big 4 QBs as well as like a very, obviously an outside chance of a Tom Brady auto, but there are Tom Brady sort of base and parallels as well, which is pretty good just for the Patriots, obviously, which bumps things up. But the legends in this set is really, really cool, because obviously the majority of this checklist is made up with the with like the retired, your retired players. But that kind of makes it really cool, because there's a lot. I think there's so many cards that came out of that first box for players that, I mean, I haven't had in products since, when we first started, in like the late 90s and early 2000s, so that's really cool. And there's some really big autograph signers amongst those legends as well. So it's really good. And you've got, obviously, I mean, I think people have gone on about like the fact that, there's, I think, probably at least 5 or 6 different one-of-ones superfractors, because there's obviously the inserts, there's all the different sets, and all of that kind of stuff. So there's lots of that as well for all of the players in the set, as well as obviously all the autograph signers. So it's a pretty good proposition in that respect. We have, as I say, got one more box of this to break, but we won't be breaking it on its own. It's quite an exciting week, because we will be getting 2024 product, as in Panini 2024 product landing this week. It's going to be on Wednesday. Score is out. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it does signal like the start of the collecting season for a lot of people. And then I believe on the following Wednesday, I want to say, I think Luminance is out. So obviously me and John did hold a poll for you guys to see what sort of price range you guys would like a season opener mixer. Obviously it's this weekend as we speak. We're in the midst of the opening weekend, but it seems silly to do a 2024 season opening break when we haven't got any licensed 2024 products. So obviously we have got like Press Pass 24 and some of the other Leaf stuff, but again, they're not everybody's cup of tea. I know a lot of you guys do actually love like the unlicensed Leaf stuff, just because of the value for money and the number of autographs that you get, but we didn't feel it right to launch that break just yet. So we will be doing a season opening mixer. It will be £45 per spot. There will be 32 spots available. And the idea, I think, with that one is well, I did have a rough idea of what sets we were going to do. So there will definitely be a Score hobby in there, Score 2024. There will definitely be our final box of Topps Composite. We've got those Score Retreat retail packs in stock. I say in stock, we didn't get many, but like we've got a couple of those that we're going to be sort of looking to include in that season opener. So that's another 2024 product. And as I say, we're going to probably drop this break on Wednesday. We'll get some tags in, and then we're going to leave it for about a week to fill. We'll do some other breaks in between, and then the following, I think, Wednesday, when we get luminance in stock, that will be sort of like the second big 2024 draw, if you like. So I think it's either luminance or gold standard. I forget which one comes out first, but that's what the lineup I think will be. We're going to do one leaf set, which will be the new 2024 Pro Set Metal. That's a pretty good looking set. I think there's 6 autos in there, and then there's, I think, 4 other cards, and there's guaranteed 1-on-1 and all that kind of stuff. So you sort of like your standard fare with leaf. So there'll be that. The Score Retreat, like 40 pack, Score Hobby. And I forget the other bits that I was going to put in there, but bear with me anyway. It'll be well worth the money. The way that we priced it up was effectively how we priced it up with our sort of like retail prices in mind. Bearing in mind, obviously, we're sort of saving money by the fact that we're breaking a lot of products all together. I think it worked out about £100 less when we when you put it up at £45 a spot. It was about £45. It comes to like 1,440, and I think the products that we were putting in when me and John were talking about it came to just over £1,500 worth of products. So we're not going to like add our little premium for shipping and all that kind of stuff. That'll all be included in there as well. So it should be really, really good value for you guys. So do keep your eyes open for that. Like I say, it will be a random teams, and it'll sort of, obviously, as I say, sort of crisscross 2023 with a couple of products, but we'll have like the latest 2024 products in that break as well. We've got lots of people dropping in, which is really good. It's quite a popular break. We obviously filled this in within 24 hours, which was good to see. Obviously, only 16 spots, but obviously a little bit higher cost per sort of spot. But yeah, we had a conundrum whether we didn't know whether we were going to put like the Colts, the Patriots, and the Texans into like the random draw, or as we ended up, we just stuck with the same format, putting the Texans and the Colts in there. Obviously, they're the like, I think most people are actually valuing the Patriots because of that Brady chance, and the Texans as pretty much like equal in terms of value, and then Colts like closely behind. So it was a tricky one. But we thought we'd stick with it, and obviously we had that bit of a battle. There were 4 or 5 Pat's claims within the first couple of seconds, and obviously Cy James looked out on that one. So it's just one of those. I always feel bloody awful when there's like loads of comments coming in for the same team, and I have to, we have to disappoint somebody. It's always hard, us guys. We like everybody to be happy in our group. So that was like, I knew that was going to be rough with everybody going for the Patriots in the start. So just as a bit of a lay of the land in terms of like what else is due next week. So John, towards the latter part of next week, is on a stag do. So he's going to do the next break for us. As you may well have seen, we like to do little polls. We don't normally get many votes, not much engagement with the polls that we put out, unfortunately, which is a shame. But we do try and use them as a bit of an indicative measure in the group. And we got the choice of doing 3 breaks over the next 5 or 6 days. First one that got voted for with 8 votes was this Topps Composite, pick one, get one. So we rolled with that. The next break is going to be one that John's going to do. Probably going to look to drop it tomorrow and try and fill it by Wednesday. If not Wednesday, by Tuesday. But obviously we'll try and fill it as quick as we can, as always. But yeah, it's going to be the Topps Chrome. This is the product that everybody's talking about in the sports card world. So it's it's similar to Composite in the sense that it's a basketball unlicensed product, but you've got in this one 2 autographs, 24 refractors, 12 inserts. It's a popular thing, and obviously you've got like Victor Wembanyama autographs in this one as well as I think there's a few other autographs in this as well that haven't appeared in the Topps basketball products as well. The only problem is we we like to give people good value, and our only problem with this is that the bulk of the value, if we hit a Wembanyama, is in that Wembanyama. So I think John has worked out the prices. So when he puts up the tags post, I'll get him to put a price preview, because it might be that we pull back and we don't break it if we don't get enough interest. But the Spurs, they are like about a third of the cost of the box, in or the cost of the break, if that makes sense. And it's what everybody's been doing. With the Spurs, unfortunately. So a lot of the other teams, it means that they're quite reasonably cheap by comparison. Obviously, the Lakers is a draw in that one, and there's quite a few other ones, and there's a lot of other good autographs in that set, and parallels and so on and so forth. So keep your eyes open for that. That'll be the next break that we do. So hopefully that'll be an exciting one for the group, and then a bit of a fun one, because they do seem to go down well. We've got Boys of Summer, a new baseball product from Panini. It's kind of a premium set, in the sense that it's 3 autographs, 1 memorabilia, 8 cards per box. I'm trying to think what it's similar to, actually. It's sort of like, it's not as high end as National Treasures. It's sort of like, I'd probably say, I think it's slightly cheaper than Impeccable Baseball as well. So it's Immaculate Baseball is what I mean. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to think what other products are in that kind of barrier with football, really, that it is. But it is a debut edition. They've never done this set before for baseball. It's a clever one because it really does play on like the legend side of it, as well as obviously the prospects, with the way that they're using the license, what limited licensing they've got, with like obviously retired players and prospects, Panini. So, but it does look a really cool set. They've got lots of like acetate on card stuff and all of that. So that will be broke, but we're going to be doing it with 2 Bowman blasters. So again, that's going to be a really good value break, because I think we're going to top it out at no more than £350 total cost for that break. So it'll be quite a premium box, and then a couple of the Bowman blasters, which are like, £30-35 each as well. So all in all, decent value. The other thing as well, this week is a post week, guys, which is cool. We're going to be posting, I think, on Wednesday, or my dad will be posting on Wednesday. This break that I'm doing tonight will be the last break to go into that post, if that makes sense. And we'll see how we get on with all of that, but it should be Wednesday. So, but this break, so what break number is this? 383 or something? Well, I've done this wrong. 381 I've put. I think that's the wrong number. I think it's 383, isn't it? Let's see. Yes, 383. So 383 will be the last break. I think I want to say it's 376 is the furthest back break that I've done, and that was Contenders Optic, the Contenders Optic that I did just before I think I went away, either on holiday or whatever. But I've had a bit of a week, obviously, because you haven't heard from me, purely because I don't know if I spoke about it last week, but no, because I couldn't have done, because I was on holiday. But I had my son had his tonsils out on Sunday. Have I broke since then? I can't even remember. I broke the other night, didn't I? Literally, my head's all over the place. I did the select and composite, didn't I? But but he's recovered really well. We're kind of like a week on, and that's all good. But it's been a bit difficult at night. He's been a little bit unsettled, a little bit of pain and stuff. So we've had quite a few unsettled nights, waking up and giving him injections, medicine and stuff. Not giving him injections, but just having to wake him up to get medicine into him and stuff to make sure he sleeps. But he's been doing really, really well, which is the main thing. We've got lots of people watching now. We've got 7 people in, so there's only 15 people in the break, so should be good. We've got Terry, all good Terry. We've got Rob looking for his Raiders, and Malcolm. We've got the Packers. We've got Dave Kirkwood with the Lions, and Callum Anderson there. Callum, we'll do a quick team run through just to confirm. I think people were obviously trying to do a couple of trades. Obviously, the big ones went to Matty Maltby. He got the Colts after choosing the Ravens himself. And who was it? It was Gary Elliott, wasn't it? So lucky Gary there got in early and got Panthers, which is obviously one of the top teams, and then obviously picked up the Texans in that sort of random draw. So congrats on that one, Gary. But if we start at the top, first pick was Simon James. He took the Patriots and got the Falcons in the random. Then we got Malcolm Campbell, picked up the Packers himself, and then picked up the Saints in the random. We've got Gary Elliott, as we just said, with Panthers and Texans. We've got Dave, picked up the Lions, his Lions, with obviously there's Barry Sanders autographs in this and stuff like that. So something like that might be pretty cool. And then obviously he picked up the Jets in the random. The Jets is still pretty decent. Some good legend autos in that one. Got Adam Freeman, then picked up the Titans, which is probably, again, one of the other top draws. Obviously, Will Levis is in this set with autos and RPAs. And then we got, he picked up the Jags. Callum Anderson got his Bears, and then in a trade with one of Dan Marsh's randoms, Callum picked up the Seahawks. And I forget the player. Oh, my brain is not working. I'm really tired today. We picked up the Seahawks. I think he'll probably remind me in a minute what player he's looking for if we do hit any. As I said, Rob has got his Raiders, and then ended up with the Bucks in the random. Tom picked up his Giants. Good to see Tom back in a break, and he picked up the Cardinals. Terry Kelly took the Cowboys and got the Eagles. Managed to stick with the Eagles. Obviously, that is an odd matchup. He would never have chose those two teams, but fate would have it other ways. We've got Grant Coons with the 49ers and then picked up the Chiefs. Jimmo Workman picked up the Steelers and has got the Browns. In a weird twist of fate, that's obviously Jimmo's team normally, the Browns, but unfortunately in this set, I think we've only got the chance of like one player in multiple iterations of the sets. Dan Jones picked up his Chargers and ended up with the Broncos. I think Dan's taken the Broncos occasionally. I'm not too sure though. And then Dan Marsh picked up the Bills and then got Washington, and also picked the Dolphins and then ended up with the Bengals in the other part of that Callum Anderson trade. Tom Purton then came in, picked up the Vikings and got the Rams in the draw, and then, as I say, Matty Boltby picked the Ravens and ended up with the other top team in the draw with the Colts. So, congrats on everybody. That's it, Sean Alexander. For your mate, I've got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Elliot Barley, Sean Alexander is one of his PCs as well. I think, from memory. I keep on saying, like, when me and my brother make our way through our mountain of old binders and bits and bobs, we'll have to pull out all of our old cards because we are starting to thin out the old collection, because it's a shame, really. I mean, most of the cards aren't actually worth that much, but to a collector, with a PC or whatever, they are really worth it, kind of thing. So we will offer stuff like that in the group and everything. But as I say, we're starting to do some local card shows as well. Especially now I'm getting my freedom back, with Ted being that little bit older now. We have got a show coming up on the 21st of September. I do need to put a post up in the group. But yeah, it's at the Walsall ground again. We did the show earlier in the year, and it was quite good, to be fair. It surpassed our expectations. Putting a little bit more work into it with the pricing and stuff like that. There's a little bit of criticism with these card shows in the UK because a lot of the card sellers are Pokemon, but we are obviously predominantly obviously sports, like 90% sports, but we will have a little bit of a selection of Pokemon singles and PSA slabs and stuff like that as well. But that's just mainly just to keep to try and cater for everybody. But that should be good fun. Yeah, do team packs on the site. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got loads, Callum. Like literally loads. It's just working through the volume. So yeah, we've got, we've still got. Well, have I got? I think they're either in my loft or my mum and dad's loft. We've still got like quite a lot of base as well as obviously like autos, like relics and like memorabilia cards and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a mammoth task. So it's like chipping away at an iceberg and getting feeling like you're getting nowhere, if I'm honest, when we do look to list or sell stuff. But we are making headway, especially since I've moved house. I've got more space to get access to it, so we are selling through stuff. But most of the stuff, because it's personal stuff, it's not been bought for the business. It's been bought like years ago. Like it's not really going to go through the business, so I wouldn't really put it on the site as such. I might offer it in the group with my personal PayPal and things like that, but it's not like it's a business thing, because like they're like part of our PC type of thing. So but yeah, that's why, as I say, it's always a bit awkward in that respect, because like we haven't got invoices for that stuff. It's like most of it was bought, as I say, like, I mean, when did I stop buying like into breaks and stuff like that? It's probably like 2 or 3 years ago when Ted was on the way, so it's all prior to that, all prior to the business, and going back to like the early 2000s. So it's it's a tough one. Right then. Anyway, I'm waffling. I've waffled way too long. But we've got 6 people in now. And hopefully we'll get on. 96 cards in the break, so it's not a massive break, but I'll try, and if we do get like one of those like really thick cards, I'll try and save that to the end if I can. But here we go. Good luck, everybody. I think I've mentioned everything in the housekeeping waffle. I'd normally waffle until we get about 10 people in, but conscious obviously that there's only 15 people in this break, and it's a Saturday night, so people might be out and about with better things to do than break cards. So here we go, guys. I was really bummed out actually, because I managed to get some of the Topps Marvel, Topps Chrome Marvel boxes. Only 2 of them in the what is it, QEL or whatever it's called, like ballot. My brother tried and my dad tried, but no good. And I'm like on the fence now whether I'm going to sell the boxes or whether I'm going to keep them and open them. So I'm kind of selling my comic book collection at the moment, because I kind of fell out of love with them, but I was happy. I still like Marvel cards. So anyway, guys, here we go. Good luck. And it was lucky to get the 2 boxes that I got, because my dad didn't get them, and neither did my brother. So but yeah, I've watched a couple of breaks and I haven't been blown away by it, so I'm not too sure. Now, interestingly, out of the first break that we did of this, the Bills did not get any any hits out of Composite. They got so it's a bit of a bum deal, but there you go. Buffalo Bills Doug Flutie on the Topps Finest. Next up, a Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. Then on the Topps Chrome, that's the Topps Chrome Cosmic, isn't it? We've got AP for the Vikings, and then this one looks like a fancy one. It's an all-etch parallel for the Patriots. Struggling to know what that is, but that's a nice-looking card. That is low-numbered as well. It is, what's that, 47 of 75 on the all-etched insert parallel. Danny Amendola, like I say, not a player. I don't think you'll never see a Danny Amendola in a Panini product. So I certainly don't remember him popping out. That's our first numbered card. Like I say, I'm not sure. It is a wave, I think, of some sort. But these all etched, I think it might be blue, like a blue wave. I think this is the same colour as the normal cards. We might get another normal one, but I think it's going to be blue wave from this part of the card. But first numbered card for the Pats. Next parallel is Eli Manning on the, I think it's called Resurgence, this one. So that's a refractor, Resurgence refractor. For Eli Manning and the Giants. So first refractor. Next up, guys, this is an Allen and Ginter, and it is a spotless spans Heinz Ward there for the Steelers. I think that is an insert, so I'll sleeve that up. And then we've got Jerome Bettis again for the Steelers base on the Topps gallery, and then a Chris Johnson. He's a Titan, isn't he? He's a Titan or a Panther? No, yeah, drafted Tennessee Titans. So, but yeah, spotless spans. I think that's like an insert. Class card from Allen and Ginter. So I'll start the inserts over here. There you go, first pack. Ooh, I think this one feels quite thick, but not quite autographed relic thick. So we've probably got a midnight card in here. I have to guess, but it's a heavy one. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Walsall lost earlier on, so that was a bit of a bummer. Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, it's Resurgence, which all I can think is going to be a new set going forward from Topps. I'm not familiar with it being a release before. Certainly not done it in the soccer or baseball or weather. Can't remember it being a historic set either. So relatively obscure. So I wonder if they're like putting that Resurgence out there as like a this is one of the sets we'll be doing, in the future kind of thing. I'm not too sure. Right, then we've got a James Harrison for the Steelers base. Then an LT, Lawrence Taylor on the Resurgence base for the Giants. And then Ray Lewis there for the Ravens on the Topps Cosmic Chrome. We've got another numbered one coming up. Is it a rookie? This might be a rookie, No, I don't think it is. It's our first auto. I thought it was a rookie when I saw the helmet, because it looks like it might be for the Colts, but no, it's not the Colts. And it's the player I just thought. I was just checking on, and it is for the Titans. It is a Chris Johnson. Now, he was one of those players who I remember very, very well when I first started collecting. I have a feeling I've got a couple of his rookie cards going back, because I'm sure he was a rookie worth chasing back in the day. I'd have to look on that on this one here. So so he was drafted in 2008, so definitely when me and John were in the midst of our collecting days, and he was drafted first. Yeah, I thought he was. I know we were chasing Chris Johnson, and I know we've got some of his stuff. But yeah, for a second when I saw those stripes, I was like, "Oh, is that a Colt? Is it a rookie?" But no, it is still cool though. It's a Topps Chrome purple speckle auto, I believe, and that is 173 of 199 of Chris Johnson. So it's a nice auto to start us there for the Titans. So you've got the Titans in the end. Somebody picked the Titans. Adam Freeman. Adam Freeman did well out the first break of this as well. And then for the the Chargers. We'll see San Diego Chargers there, but obviously now the LA Chargers. It's Dan Foots, QB, on the refractor. So our second refractor there on the Topps. That's like the standard Topps Chrome design. And then, yeah, this is one of the Resurgence inserts. Emmitt Smith, I think we got one of these out of our first boxes as well. Emmitt Smith grounded. I remember when I first started collecting, I think I've told this story before, our first ever big hit was from a box of, I think it was SB Authentic, and I've still got the card somewhere. But it was back in around about 2000, 2001. It's SB Authentic, and it was around about the time when they were just starting to put hits like relics, and relics were massive, like game used relics, and the odd auto here and there. And we on the box, it was like one of those like box card, like hit cards type of thing, and it's an Emmitt Smith, and I'm sure it's Barry Sanders like dual jersey, nothing too special, but I think it's like numbered out of 50. And it's just one of those cards I'll always remember when we hit it, and we hit it in there's a Marriott what was it? It's like one of the I can't remember what it's called. It's like a Red House Inn by Marriott or something like that. It's just like a suite hotel in Santa Clarita. And it was I pulled my Ichiro Suzuki rookie card in that place as well, and we went and picked up boxes from one of the sports cards in Santa Clarita on the way back from Six Flags. It was so good, so good. But yeah, you'll as we bring those cards to market, and as we're sorting through like the binders and bits and bobs, you'll see some really interesting cards. My brother always makes the jokes about Jamarcus Russell. Sorry, that's a Chad Johnson Topps gallery base there, and then the Michael Vick for the Falcons on the base there as well. But yeah, you'll see some funny cards because yeah, we went through the Jamarcus Russell year. We did really well for his rookies, but back then we didn't sell anything. We just opened boxes and just put them away, not really thinking they'd be worth anything because they weren't so much back then. Yeah, we just pulled stuff and just put them in a binder and moved on to the next. It's good. It was all good fun. But yeah, SB Authentic was just iconic on Upper Deck. I loved that set. Still do now. So there we go. Bryce Young. We didn't hit any Bryce Young in the first box that I opened. So for the Panthers, we got our first rookie that's our first rookie of the box, and that is a Bryce Young. So we got CJs. I'm going to say we got a couple of CJs, a couple of ARs, and a Will Levis out the first one. We didn't get any Bryce Young, so hopefully we get some more. Dante Hall there, and that's for the Commanders, isn't it? No, Kansas City, sorry, for the Chiefs. And then Randy Moss on the Resurgence. And there we go. I nearly said when we got the rookies out of the first box, we had a couple of rookies in the same pack. So there's an Anthony Richardson base rookie on the Topps Chrome Cosmic. And then our next one, I've got to sleeve this one up as well. That is for the 49ers, and that's a lovely card there. It's like a sky blue foil, 23 of 99. So Michael Jordan jersey number. LeBron James jersey number. 23 of 99, Jerry Rice for the 49ers. Nice card there. Do like that. So that's a second numbered card if you don't include the auto. Then we've got Mike Singletary, Terry, 1973 sort of flashback. I think that is classified as a like an insert, the 1973. So I will top load that up as well. And then we've got Randy Moss on the Topps Gallery base. And we've got a Steve Young for the 49ers on that sort of like Topps base card. And I'm not sure, I don't know if that's like the Topps Composite standard kind of base card, because it doesn't seem to mention another set name. This is another we haven't hit any midnight cards yet, have we either? So this looks like we might have a midnight card in there. This feels like a really fat stuffed pack, but it hasn't got a doesn't look like it's got an auto relic in there, but it looks like we've got the thicker midnight card in there. Donovan McNabb there for the Eagles. So there you go, Terry. Donovan McNabb for you. We've got Mike Quick there. Is that for the Jet? No, that's for the Eagles as well. So it's hard to tell with the way that the price paintbrush some of these. And then our first Topps Black. I do love that. Topps Black is one of like those really cool sets in Star Wars as well. Star Wars and baseball, but Rod Woodson base there. And then we've got the Midnight Jason Taylor on the thicker stock, and that is actually a base card, but I sleeved them and top loaded them just because they were on that sort of like thicker card stock. But I'll just pop that to the side, the Midnights. And then we've got for the Raiders and Rob Fusi, we've got Howie Long. Looks like a blue refractor parallel. 150 of 91. Howie Long there for the, as it was then, the Oakland Raiders. Got a cool looking card there. I'll tell you what, the cards in this, the finish on them does look, he's really nice. I will say that. And then I think this was the one that Callum alluded to. It was Voltaic. Rob Gronkowski for the Pats there. Cheeseburger Russell, yeah. I know, Jamarcus Russell, man. It was like when we got, I can't remember if me and John were really excited when we actually got his cards, but yeah, it's one of those really weird ones. I think he was the rookie to hunt at the time, but we still always we were never that like rookie heavy going back in the day. You know, we were for things like LeBron James or like Steph Curry later on, and you know, but in American football, we never were that bothered. We were more like looking for like Tom Brady and like those like, you know, really top end, you know, like the Brett Favres, or you know, like I don't know, like Joe Namaths and Joe Montanas and stuff, more like the legendary players. Even back then, we weren't that bothered about the rookie cards. We still kept them, but yeah, we never actually did that well with the rookies anyway. Alan Gilter base of Gronkowski, and then this Randy Moss on this kind of I don't know, like a heritage-y kind of looking, vintage looking card. Yeah, looks like we've got another midnight in here. You can definitely tell the difference in the thickness of these packs. Like the standard ones where there's none of these midnight cards, they're definitely different. But again, we've got a midnight card coming up in the middle there. And then we've got Darren Sproles for the Chargers. Dan Marino for the Finns. And then, oh yeah, we've got another black card there in front of the midnight. So we've got Rob Gronkowski for the Pats, and then behind that we've got Terry Bradshaw. He's one of those guys. I think his autograph's really nice. He's one of those guys who's got a really nice signature, isn't he? But anyway, Terry Bradshaw on the midnight. Yeah, some of these players. It's a bit like Marvin Harrison this year, isn't it? Callum, I'm a bit. He's like, what? Right, wide receiver number 1 in the draft. World at his feet, and he starts dicking about with silly contracts here and there. Not signing for the PA, and he's in legal action. He's got legal action against him from like Tops and Fanatics, and just you just think, well, what, just give your head a wobble, lad. You know what I mean? It's like, most people would give their right arm to be in your sort of position, but they just can't help themselves, can they? Anyway, Dan Marino on the refractor, another nice refractor there. And that's for the Finns. We got a flashbacks, 1974 flashbacks. I think this is as I say, the flashbacks. Yeah, flashbacks is a insert. So I'll get that top loaded up, and that is John Elway for the Broncos. 1974 flashbacks. And then we've got Coy. He is the Chiefs. Yeah. Memory served me correct for a change for the Chiefs. And then a Neil Anderson for the Bears. Okay, so still only one auto. So we've still got 2 autographs still to come. We should still have a couple of numbered cards come out as well. So here we go. Empty pack. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, you got to hope. You hope that that players turn up on the field, don't you, for the fans and all that kind of stuff. And that they're doing it for some kind of a non-corporate, like, screw the system point of view. Do you know what I mean? And then it's not just greed or pettiness. Do you know what I mean? But you just don't know with some people, can you? You just don't know. Anyway, Ray Lewis. Andre Reed. Got a Topps Chrome Black of Kurt Warner for the cards, and a Midnight in here. So this, interestingly, similar to the previous box, but with CJ and Anthony Richardson. That is a Midnight Bryce Young. I think a lot of people have said about this one that because of the helmets and stuff like that with the logos and everything, it's been quite cleverly airbrushed to keep like the majority of the features of their uniforms with the colours and stuff. But that's a cool base rookie there for Bryce Young. So again, another nice one for the Titans. Another numbered card here. This time it is Troy Aikman for the Cowboys on the Topps Chrome design. It is I would say a green wave for the Cowboys, and that is nice. That is 72 of 99. So a nice one there for Terry. And now, was it the first one that hit? So here we go, guys. This was just to show you. That was the Danny Amendola all etched parallel, and as I said, this back bit here behind the player, that's sort of the same, and then you've got like this blue. So I think that Danny Amendola will be a blue wave, and as I said, it was 47 of 75. It's really difficult because it's right on a line there. So but yeah, that looks sort of solves that mystery, and that is a Troy Aikman anyway for the Cowboys on the all etch. Right, and you'll have to wish John well, because he's He's running a 10k, doing a 10k run tomorrow in the rain in Lichfield. Hopefully I'll join him next year when I've got my fitness back. Lost a bit of weight as well. Juice McAllister there on the Allen and Ginter. Jerry Rice. Yeah, one thing with going through the mill with a, I wouldn't say like a sick 2-year-old or a poorly 2-year-old, but trying to get my little boy to get his tonsils removed. It's really played havoc with my sort of like sleeping habits and just like general stress and all that kind of thing. So I have absolutely, well, you know, my fitness and stuff like that has absolutely flew out the window. Anti-pack. And yeah, so here we go, guys. Another Bryce Young base rookie. This time the Topps Finest. Like I say, I think there's only, what, is it 4 or 5? Is it 4 rookies in this set? All the rest of the cards are legends. So another Bryce Young there. So as I say, not Titans, it's Panthers. Panthers are doing well with that. I really did choose the Panthers. Gary Elliott, so Gary Elliott. Anyway, Jerry Rice there on the Resurgence. Hines Ward on the Topps Chrome Cosmic, and then this is an orange. Now, orange are normally relatively low value, and that does look like a Bengal, and it is an auto. I was going to say orange is quite low numbered, and I was correct. It's like an orange kind of like wave, and that is 12 of 25, and that's a cool one, I think. Pretty decent one. Anthony Munoz for the Bengals. I've heard of Anthony Munoz, and it's a lovely signature, although it does look like the Z goes off the end of the sticker, which is a shame, but still a nice one. It's our lowest, I think that's our lowest numbered card out of the 2 boxes. So I'm hoping we've obviously got, this is our second box. We will have hopefully an autographed memorabilia card coming up. There's James Harrison for the Steelers. But yeah, hopefully we'll have an autoed memorabilia coming up. Obviously, the chase is really one of the rookies. If you could get one of the rookies, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd feel really happy about that. But there are some really great vets all the same. And a Barry Foster grounded insert from that Resurgence set. You are right, actually. Yeah, on that auto, that is a cracking colour match. That totally passed me by. So yeah. Lovely card. Darren Sproles there. That's for the Chargers, isn't it? Yeah. And then Emmitt Smith. So yeah, for the good old Cowboys. Emmitt Smith, what a player. Right, here we go. Ooh, I'm suspect. This card feels quite solid now. So, as I say, I haven't watched many of these be opened yet, so I don't know if you do get an auto mem per box or whether that's like just a bit of fluke, because we've got the, what was it? The Oilers player. Was it Thingy Moon? Something, was it Thingy Moon? Or Eddie George? I don't know, I can't remember. Cornelius Bennett there, that is for the Bills. And then we've got Eddie George then. No, I think it was Thingy Moon, wasn't it? Oh, is this a gold coming up? Like a gold wave, so that might be at a 50 anyway. Eddie George on the Resurgence. Darren Woodson for the Cowboys. And then on the Topps Chrome. Alright, so this is our third auto, so we're not going to get a RPA, so here we go. Darren Woodson. And then our auto, trying to see who it is. It doesn't look like it's going to be one of the rookies. It is at 50. It is a gold Prism, I think. 3 of 50, and it is... Oh, nice. It's actually on card, guys. So the other ones have been stickers, but Brian Westbrook. So that's an eagle, isn't it? So for everything, so you nearly traded him away, Terry, because you don't. Obviously, the Cowboys and Eagles aren't the best, but that is an on card. I think it's Prism. This in Tops. That's a gold Brian Westbrook on card auto for the Eagles. 3 of 50. So congrats on that one. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, Topps Cosmic Chrome base autograph variation as well. So lovely. Anyway, so there you go. So that's our 3 autos. So we're just looking for probably numbered parallels now. I'd love to get a numbered parallel on one of those rookies because they are what you want. A refractor there for the Steelers of Hines Ward. Hines Ward seems to have came out a few times. And I am at top load, so I'll open another pack. Yeah, with the number. Yeah, it's such a good signature, isn't it? I like that. You know, fill in the space as well, and then pop in obviously their number down there on the inscription. Just that's what I say. Really do like this set. This is another one. This is one of the 73 throwbacks, and that's Danny Amendola for the Patriots. Put that with the other inserts, and then we've got a John Elway base Topps Gallery and a Sterling Sharp on that Topps base there as well. Onto back. Okay, so Nolan Cromwell. Is that going to be the Rams? Looks like he's wearing a banana. And it is. So LA. So I think that'll be the LA Rams. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like he's wearing a banana. And then you got Stephen Davis, Doug Williams. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, Doug Williams. That's the books. This is a nice one. A Joe Montana sign off. Now we didn't pull one of these out of the first. The first boxes, so I don't know if that's like, dare I say, a case hit. But that is a lovely looking card. That is that. If that isn't a case hit, it's still a really nice looking insert. But it's the Resurgence, and I'm going to say that is probably the nicest insert card that I've seen. Kind of need to look that up now, if I'm honest, because I'm not too sure. So, 2023. Composite football, because either way, for Grant, that is a nice looking card. Where's the checklist? There is. Oh, it wants to load. See if there's any mention of those anywhere. Standard inserts, adopt, so all X radiated rookies and left go. Throwbacks. Dazzling Debuts, Resurgence, Urban Legends. Yeah, that's a weird one, that is. Does anybody know anything? Is it a case hit? It looks like a case hit. It looks like it should be a case hit. I'm just trying to look at the actual odds on the checklist of those while that loads. Cornelius Bennett there. I think that's for the Bills. Yep. Bills refractor. So this one we've definitely got more Bills cards because we didn't get any Bills cards, and I was really surprised because when I looked at the checklist for the Bills, they've actually got quite a lot of cards as well. Where are you? Sometimes it puts up the hit odds. Inserts. Yeah. Doesn't look like they have, which is annoying. So yeah, 1973 Chrome All Etch. Radiating Rookies, they're quite rare. I think the Radiating Rookies, and then Dazzling Debuts. So I'm going to guess they're quite rare because there's only 4 of them. Let's Go, there's 12 of those. Modern Artists, Portraits, Gallery, Resurgent Grounded, Retro, Sign Off, Resurgence Sign Off, 20 cards. Yeah. But I haven't seen many of those at all, so if Dave, you're saying that's the case, I'm taking your word for it because I know you're into this set. Jim Kelly, a Chris Johnson again, and this time on the Topps Gallery, and then Harry Long there for the Raiders. But yeah, so that probably should probably go back there then if it's the case. That sign off. That's a lovely card for Grant. If it's got a bit of value to that sign off, I'll pop it in a one touch for Grant. I'll have to ask him. Right, then we've got Eddie George, a Brian Westbrook on the Topps Finest. We've got Eli Manning. I would have loved to have got an Eli Manning autograph out of this, just because we have got them in my collection. John collects Giant stuff, but we haven't got many Eli bits and bobs ourselves. We have a Midnight. It's a Barry Sanders. Not numbered, but I do think these kind of, just on the thicker card stock, they deserve being top loaded. And then we've got an Art Monk refractor there for the Commanders. And we've got another Dan Marino, this time Modern Artists. That also is an insert. So yeah, really fun set to open, guys. I know it's like the boxes are about 300 quid, but I think, you know, you look at the checklist, and if you're not obsessed by rookies, and certainly indeed if you are like a Panthers, a Texans, or a Titans or a Colts fan, probably a decent shot at getting like an RPA. That's Arian Foster. Yep, for the Texans, and then a Lawrence Taylor for the Giants. Last 2 packs then, guys. As I say, keep your eyes open for the Topps Crown Basketball if that is your thing. Spurs are expensive. They are like over the £100 mark, so I anticipate that they might go into a mini based on what John was saying, but most of the other teams, that does put the box price like under 300 quid for the rest of the teams, so you can work out the averages there. There's some teams on there that are like really cheap, so certainly worthwhile keeping an eye on. It looks like we've got a pink in here. and then an insert behind that. So let's see. So we've got Lawrence Taylor for New York, Jerome Bettis for the Steelers, Darren Sproles on the chrome back. We've got Donovan McNabb. I'll tell you what, Terry, your Eagles have done all right. Your Eagles have got a fair few cards out of this. I know it's a midnight. I know it's technically a base, but it is a lovely looking card. And I know they do it in, I think, is it soccer, and they've done it. Have they done it in Formula One as well? Got another numbered card there. This time it's Peyton Manning, a nice one there for the Colts. So numbered at 399. That's like that's a pink 115 or 399. I think that's pink or fuchsia or whatever Tops call it. But obviously there are Peyton Manning autographs in this set as well. That's another one that I would have liked to have got. I've never pulled. We've pulled Eli Manning autographs before, going back over the years, but we have never pulled a Peyton Manning auto. Certainly, and he's quite cheap as well to pick up these autos in relative terms, considering he's Hall of Famer and all the rest of it. But I think it's just because he's autographed for so long. As I say, going back to that year 2000 SP Authentic, he's autographed in so many sets through the years. There's just like a plentiful supply of his cards. So we've got AP there on the all etched insert, and then we've got Eli Manning again on the base, Alan Ginter, and then Chad Johnson for the Bengals on the base card there. And this is the last pack. I'm sad to say, I'm really enjoying ripping this. This is the kind of set I could just sit and I could rip a case and have a thoroughly good time doing it. It just feels like such an old school set, and all the player names, pretty much, other than the rookies and some of the players I haven't heard of, or the legends, they're all players that I watched growing up. So cracking set, really enjoyable. Bruce Smith, yeah. So I'd say that if you're in your 40s, like me, definitely worthwhile cracking this open. Bruce Smith, and there we go. He hasn't left us wanting. We have got a CJ in here, so it's Will Levis who hasn't appeared in this box, but that's a nice one to have. That is, I think I like that, because again, you wouldn't tell from an unlicensed card perspective that's too bad. And Topps Crown Black is a good base parallel to have a CJ in as well. So at least we've got a CJ. Then we've got one of these Midnights. It does look like we've got one more numbered card coming up in just a moment. So this pack seems to have been quite a strong pack to finish on. Maybe a slightly stronger box than the first. I'm not too sure. There's that Voltaic for the 49ers insert. And that is a refractor Voltaic, not a base Voltaic, for the 49ers for Jerry Rice. And then we've got Eddie George there, numbered, sort of like a pink, I'd say like a pink wave, purple wave maybe. It's almost a bit like the radiating design with this there, but I think that's just like the Resurgence sort of finish. Again, hard to see the numbering on that one, but it's 179 of 199, if you guys can see that. Obviously, that'll go to the Titans again. Yeah, I think this is a slightly stronger box than the first. No, it's got to be. With the gold McNabb auto and the Casey, it's got to be a stronger box than the first one. What am I talking about? So I'll take Michael Vick. So like I say, you can see there, I don't think I've had a refractor Voltaic, but that's the refractor Voltaic, and then there's the standard flat one, so you can just sort of tell. What an enjoyable set, guys. As I say, we have got one more of these boxes going into our season opener mixer. As I say, that one will drop middle part of next week, just so that we've got like score in stock and that we're going to be pretty firm on whatever that next release is a week later, which I think is going to be Luminance, because Gold Standard should have been this Friday, but it's been pushed back about 3 weeks. So we could wait for Gold Standard to come out as well, but it wouldn't feel like a season opener then. We're already kind of delaying it for a week as we speak. So there you go. What's that? Dat Nguyen. And then Kurt Warner was the last card. So cracking break there, guys. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, let's do refractors starting off. So we've got an Art Monk, Cornelius Bennett, Hines Ward, James Harrison, Dan Marino, Dan Foots, and Eli Manning. Inserts over here. So we've got a Voltaic Michael Vick. We've got a Voltaic Refractor Jerry Rice. We've got a AP Adrian Peterson, all etched. And then we've got Dan Marino Modern Artists. Danny Amendola. That's the what's that? The flashbacks. Yeah, 1973 flashbacks. And then we've got Barry Foster grounded there for the Steelers. We've got Troy Aikman on the all etched for the Cowboys. John Elway on the flashbacks, the 74 flashbacks for the Broncos. Then Rob I might as well just say Gronk had knife. So Rob Gronkowski for the on the Resurgence Voltaic. Mike Singletary for the Bears. Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys on the grounded insert, and then a spotless spans Hines Ward on the Allen and Ginter. Yeah, base rookies, as like I say, there's only the 4 rookies in this set, but we did get a CJ Topps Chrome Black, which was pretty nice. Topps Finest Bryce Young base, a Bryce Young Midnight. Again, I like those. They're nice looking cards. We got an Anthony Richardson Topps Chrome Cosmic base rookie, and the Topps Chrome Bryce Young base rookie there. Then we got our numbered cards. So we've got the Eddie George at 199 on the Resurgence. We got the this nice sort of pinky fuchsia at 399 Peyton Manning on the Topps Chrome. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. Like a green wave on that Topps Chrome design. Harry Long for the Raiders at 159 to 150 on that blue refractor. 23 of 99 Jerry Rice for the 49ers. And then Danny Amendola. What's that one numbered out of? Sorry, it's right there. 47-75 on the all etched there. On the, I think it's like a blue wave. Looking at that colour there for the Pats. So all good. This one, pretty nice one. Dave is confirming that this is a case hit. I couldn't see the odds myself on the checklist, which is annoying, but they'll be somewhere. And that is a sign-off insert of Joe Montana for the 49ers. And I love that card. That's really, really cool. That does look like a case it worthy, definitely. And then here's our autos again. Best auto of the lot. I've got to say it's got to be this Brian Westbrook on a card inscribed with his number 3 of 50 on this like gold prism design on the Topps Chrome Cosmic. Lovely card. This one's a cool one now. Nice colour match. The Anthony Munoz for the Bengals, 12 of 25 on that like orange wave. And then a Chris Johnson, it looks like a purple speckle to me. 173 of 199 there for the Titans. So cracking box, cracking break. Thanks ever so much. Keep your eye open for that Topps Chrome basketball dropping in the next day or so, and then around middle of the week, if you are into that season opener mixer for 45 quid a spot, do let us know. We'll put up a tags spot for that and everything coming up with some more details of the brake. But take care, guys. I will see you again next time.